Listen to me say these multiple times if you need to, okay? All right, we're going to move on to some different ones over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more examples to walk through, and then I'm going to have you do one of the hardest ones on your own, okay? Example 1/4 plus 2/3. Okay, we're getting into not having a common denominator. These all over here had common denominators, right? So I see 1/4 and 2/3. The denominator is 4 and 3. That's when we start using our LCM, okay? What is the least common multiple between 4 and 3? And we know that that is 12, okay? So we look at 4 and we say, what do we have to do to 4 to make it 12? We need to multiply it by 3. So if you multiply 4 by 3, you have to multiply 1 by 3 also. So that's why I wrote it like this over here. 1/4 times 3 over 3. And then the same thing here, 2/3. How do I make this to have a denominator of 12? Multiply it by 4. So we're going to multiply by 4 over 4. So we have 1/4 times 3 over 3 plus 2/3 times 4 over 4. That's going to give us two new fractions. 3/12 plus 8/12. 3 times 3, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. So if I reduced these fractions, this would be my original problem, which it's going to be the same exact. Now I just have common denominators. So our denominator is going to stay the same, and we're going to add the tops using our integer rules. 8 plus 3 equals 11. This can't be reduced, and it's already written as a mixed number. Okay? All right. Example right here. 3/8 plus negative 7/12. Okay? 3/8 plus negative 7/12. What is the least common multiple between 8 and 12? All right? You can do your prime factorization and get to that answer. Ultimately, I see that 8 times 2 is 16, 4 times 3 is 24. Oh, 12 goes into 24 too. So it's going to be 24. We need to multiply 3/8 by 3 over 3 to get to 24 on the bottom. And negative 7/12, we need to multiply by 2 over 2 to get to 24 on the bottom. Okay? So 3 times 3 is 9. 8 times 3 is 24. Negative 7 times 2, we're going to still use our integer rules, is negative 14. And we keep our denominator. So we're keeping our denominator right here. 24 as the base. And 9 plus a negative 14 is going to be negative 5. Okay? 9 plus a negative 14 is negative 5. And we keep our denominator as 24. So, is this already reduced? Yes. And we have a negative answer. Okay? Alright. 1 2/9 plus negative 2 1/3. 1 2/9 plus negative 2 1/3. First of all, they're not written as improper fractions, so let's go ahead and change those around. 9 times 1 plus 2 is 11, so that makes it 11/9. 3 times negative 2, or 3 times 2 plus 1 is 7. We're going to keep that negative. Okay? Whenever you're changing it to a mixed number, you want to keep the negative, so just change it and keep the negative. So 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7, so it's going to be negative 7/3. Okay? Now we recognize that these do not have common denominators. 9 and 3. What's the LCM of 9 and 3? Well, it's 9, right? So we're going to need to multiply 7 over 3 times 3 over 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 3 times 3 is 9. So we have 11/9 plus negative 21/9. This is always still the same as our original problem. We've just moved it around to make it be able to add the fractions together. So 11/9 plus negative 21/9. We keep the denominator the same. We add the top like normal. Negative 21 and a positive 11 is a negative 10. So negative 10 over 9. Okay, is that reduced to a mixed number? No. Negative 9 goes into negative 10, or 9 goes into negative 10 once, with 1 left over. So our answer is negative 1 and 1/9. Okay, here we go. 2 more examples. Yeah, these are getting pretty hard. You just got to follow these steps right here. Make sure all of those things are true throughout the whole entire thing. 1/21 minus 6/7. Okay, they're already written as improper fractions. Okay, we need to have common denominators. 1/21 plus negative 6/7. We know the LCM between 7 and 21 is 21 because 7 goes into it. So we need to multiply this one by 3 to get to 21. Okay? 6 times 3 is negative 18. 6 times 7, or 7 times 3, sorry, is 21. Okay? One thing I did right here also, it's subtraction, correct? So we always have to do our leave change opposite on subtraction. Okay? So it made it a plus and negative 6/7. So 1/21 minus 6/7 is the same thing as saying 1/21 plus a negative 6/7. Okay? So then we have our denominator, which is 21. We're going to keep that the same. We have a positive 1 and a negative 18, which we add those together and we get negative 17. So our fraction is negative 17/21. Okay, last example. 6 1/2 minus 4 1/5. Okay, they're not improper fractions, so we need to do that first. So 6 times 2 plus 1 is 13/2. 5 times 4 plus 1 is 21/5. Okay, so you can go ahead and do leave change opposite if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and wait to do that to see if it actually turns out to be a subtraction problem. Okay, 2 and 5. What's the LCM of 2 and 5? Well, we know them multiplied together is 10. So we need to multiply 3/2 by 5 over 5 and 21/5 by 2 over 2. That's going to get us 13 times 5, that's a big number, that's 65/10. And 21 times 2, that's 42/10. So 65/10 minus 42/10 is the same thing as saying this right here. We've just done a little moving around. So we keep the denominator the same as 10. 65 minus 42 is 23. This is not reduced. It's not written as a mixed number. So 10 goes in there twice with 3 left over, and our answer is 2 3/10. Okay, that is as complicated as it's going to get. I've given you every example under the sun of how you can add and subtract fractions. Now, if you would like to take a minute and do one on your own, I will walk you through it. 7 1/3 minus 5 2/9. Okay, so 7 1/3, I recognize that they're mixed numbers. I need to change them to improper fractions. Okay, so 7 times 3 is 21 plus 1. That makes it 22/3. Okay. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 2 is 47/9. Okay, so I've made them into improper fractions. Now, are the denominators the same? No. We need to multiply to make them the same. What is the LCM between 9 and 3? Well, it's 9, okay, because 3 goes into it. So I don't need to change the 9 one. All I need to do is multiply 22/3 by 3 over 3 to make the denominator be 9 minus 47/9. Okay? So we're going to get 22 times 3 is the same thing as saying 66 over 9 minus 47/9. Okay? Now we need to do 66 we're going to leave the denominator the same. We're going to do 66 minus 47. And we get 19. Okay? 19/9. Now we ask ourselves, do we need to reduce the answer? Well, nothing is divisible in both of those. And do we need to write it as a mixed number? Absolutely. Okay? So 9 goes into 19 twice with 1 left over. So our answer is 2 1/9. If you need some more practice, we're going to be practicing tomorrow in class. Otherwise, you can look at the extra practice I have online, or you can start on the practice tonight. Okay? Thank you.